Oh. Um. Oh, okay. So, so there's no, start menu. If you couldn't tell, this is What Remains of Edith Finch, and I am Tevaron. Kinda glad I started recording before starting the game, as I usually do. That was cool to get that opening. Anyway, we're going to be playing this game, alternating with Danganronpa's school mode for the next couple of weeks. That should be about all it takes, maybe less than that. This game's only supposed to be about 2 hours long, but I had to play it because I've been told by several sources it is very like The Vanishing of Ethan Carter and Gone Home, two games which I adore, and if I'm going to play it, I might as well record it, so here we are. If you will give me just a second, I'm going to adjust some settings and then we'll get to it. Okay, I'm not sure if mouse sensitivity is right. I'll have to do a little bit of fiddling with that, but this is an interesting pause menu. It's a family tree? I'm sitting here looking at this, and I guess this is Edith Finch, and it looks like every member of her family has died relatively young, except for a few. I mean, 1968 to 2016 is relatively young. That's in the 50s, or maybe late 40s. I didn't do the exact math. 1 year old, 20-something, 10 or 9 years old, 22 years old and died, 10 years old, 36 years old, 26 years old, 11, 33. There's one that's 50s or 40s, there. Odin was 50s, 57. Eddie? Oh, Eddie's born the same year my, grandmother on my mom's side was born. And died the same year she died. My last grandparent to pass away. Died at 93. She'd be 100 this year. Next month. Anyway, sorry. I don't really know what this is all about. It looks like she's the only living member of her family left, though. So the game has just thrown us right in. That seems like a decent mouse sensitivity. I can't move. I can just look around. But that seems like a decent mouse sensitivity. Yeah, Edith Finch. Oh, she's got some lilies. She's got a cast on her arm. Oh. Okay. Journal. Oh, I've got to move the hand.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Sorry about the interruption there. I got freaked out thinking there were no subtitles. I went and looked in the menu, and there's no subtitles to turn on, but the book was the subtitles. So, yeah. Ooh, we walk relatively slowly.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Huh. I like the way they do the dialogue, so subtitles aren't an option because they're automatic. That's
My
fine.
brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
That's ominous. Oh, we can zoom with the right mouse button. Huh. Gotcha, so this was one of the ones we saw. Disappeared at 11, presumed dead, I suppose. What is going on with that? That looks like the weirdest tower I've ever seen.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Uh-huh. So, you lived there. That is strange. Can we run? No, both Alt and Shift also zoom. A mailbox made to resemble that tower, sort of. Same type of architecture, and a lot of newspapers. Oh yeah, I gotta get used to that.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
A little late for that, I would imagine. Yeah, gotta get used to actually controlling the hand, sort of amnesia, Soma-esque sort of
I hadn't been
mechanic.
back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Okay. Was that the brother that died, Or that disappeared? Thought you said his name was Milton. That was awesome. Little text just scattered all over the ground. Guess we can look at the family tree. Okay, so Milton's disappeared and Lewis died at 22. I want to know why everybody in her family is dying so young except for Eddie. That strikes me as very strange.
In the will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Right? We just walked through this text.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Okay. So your mother died recently. The Finches. I really like the way they animate the text and do that stuff. So, which way... That seems like the main way, so what's down here? Hello, froggies. Just letting me explore, which is nice. Oh, well, sort of. There's an invisible wall there. It's a little waterfall. Can we walk into the pool? It's another missing poster. Oh, lots of missing posters. How are these not just destroyed? Lying in the water there, they should be non-existent. They should no longer be corporeal. If that makes sense. If this is set present day, if this is indeed 2017 or even, 2016, last year, and he disappeared in 2003, those should have been destroyed by the weather.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Uh-huh.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Oh no, this is the way. I see the house up there. Well, we have to go back and see where that other thing went to. Probably leads to a dead end. If that's the case, I will cut that out so as to not waste your time. I do wish I could sprint, though. One thing I will say about this girl, she has very short strides. Those footsteps are like very close together. So either her legs are super short.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Oh, so gotcha. So I bet both of these go to the house. It's just whichever way you choose. Since she said that. Oh, a deer. Hello, deer. Goodbye, dear. But anyway, either her legs are super short and she's running, or she's taking steps that are about 3 inches apart. Maybe shuffling her feet. Whoever built that house has problems.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Uh-huh. And were those nightmares? Music's awesome. So yeah, we could have just come right up. Both paths led to the same place. So I guess it doesn't matter which we took. Is that an alligator or a dragon? Some sort of serpent? Okay. Our family is weird. Maybe we're getting killed off by experiments. Maybe we're a less melancholy version of the Addams family. Could that be the case?
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Well, I can put it into words. Fucking strange. There's a garage over there, too. You know what? Let's go look at the garage. because I am just like that. I want to go to the place I'm being directed the very last thing. You get that with a lot of old school gamers. Not that I'm super
No,
old, but
as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Uh-huh. Again, different directions, same destination. Can we raise this garage door? That's a nice wind chime there. Recycling bins. That's very, conscious, rather. If I could English correctly.
I heard something moving around in the garage.
Really? Well, let's not go in the garage then. Let's go in here and we can call pest control and they can get that nasty old raccoon out of there. Another missing persons poster. Hopefully it is for our brother and not someone else that's missing.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
That's a useless key. Hello? Oh, well, that didn't work the way I planned.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
You speak of this house as if it's sentient. That frightens me. So does she still have a cast on? We can look down. Oh, you're wearing a little ring and feather on a necklace. Huh. Are you pregnant? You look pregnant. You got a bun in the oven? Is that why you're wearing that sort of fingerless sleeve or glove on that arm? You still got that cast on that you had on the boat? How distant into the past is that? So is it to this door? Do we have to go in here and face down this raccoon? What? Oh. Oh. Through the doggy door
Crawling
then.
through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
And not pregnant. I do apologize if you're not pregnant, but which you may be just a little pudgy. I mean, that's fine too. No body shaming here. I'm not the world's most svelte individual, but you look pregnant.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
And if you are, you better take care of that child because your family has a history of dying young or disappearing, as is the case of your one brother you spoke about there. In any event, take care of yourself, take care of, your loved ones. Tennis ball on a string. Guess that shows how far to pull into the garage so you don't hit things. That's an interesting way to do that.
For the first time in years.
Right? First time in years.
I felt like I was home.
To a house that frightens you. That has been waiting for you, you say. There was a movie called House. Actually, 2 movies, but one that I'm thinking of in particular.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
That's sad. You're the last one left. I mean, as far as we know. In loving memory of Edith Finch. 1988 to 2010. That was your brother. Great-grandson to Eddie, son of Dawn. Somebody left an apple pie recipe open. I like to make apple pies with homemade caramel mixed into the filling. Just mix up some butter, brown and white sugar, and melt it, and it caramelizes into, caramel.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
I mean, that's cool. A lot of people live in places where nothing will deliver. I lived in a place like that most of my life.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon.
Uh-huh.
Except our cat, Molly.
Huh. Well, I mean, if the cat can eat salmon for every meal, that's a pretty lucky cat. Lots of books oh my god, you not kidding me. I guarantee that's why you got tired of salmon. They pay him in canned salmon? Seems not ethical.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
So what made you leave in such a hurry? And you said we, so it wasn't just you, it was your whole family, it seems. The ones that survived the tragic whatevers that went down. I admire your family's owning of books. That's very cool. Would be nice if maybe you had more shelves to stick them on, but whatever floats your boat, that's fine. There's certainly a lot of them.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Or like somebody built a very nice looking house overlooking a body of water and then decided to just keep adding bits and pieces onto it in a haphazard way. Sort of like a Dr. Seuss illustration, and this is what it ended up.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Oh, so it's Edie. It's your grandmother, not your grandfather. Sorry, I thought it was Eddie, so it's Edie. Are you named? I bet you're named after your grandmother. Edith? Edie. That's nice. It's a nice family connection there. The original house sank. I would love to know the story behind that. Was there a sinkhole? Did it flood? Where did it sink? Was it here? Is this house built on top of the original?
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Uh-huh. Why were you to stay out of the basement? Are there hideous, deformed family members kept down there? And if so, did they survive all these years? Oh, okay. Yeah. Barbara.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Oh. So he was the mentally disturbed person. It's a nice little music box. Must have been a very handy man. Unless he bought, the clockwork and music mechanism separately and just put them in there, because that's some complicated stuff there. Barbara Finch. So Sven doesn't say his date of birth and death there, does it? That's weird. Well, there's a couple of names here that don't have a date of birth or death. Does that mean he's still alive? Or is it just unknown? Oh, hello, little girl. Very melancholy feeling here. Oh, it's one of those lift chairs. I guess we did see a wheelchair back there, didn't we? That was your grandmother was unable to walk or not walk very well, I suppose.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Are we going to end up finding your brother in this house? Is that the whole story here?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Yeah, including about 50 billion styrofoam peanuts. Oh, what has been done to that door? I was about to say that's the weirdest looking door I've ever seen, but honestly, it looks like somebody has put sealant or caulk or spray foam all around it and then put a board across it. Oh, it's got a peephole.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Uh, it looks awfully small for that to be true. Unless it's bigger than what that peephole led us to believe. We open this? No. Alrighty then, I suppose we are heading up the stairs. Lots of nice pictures.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
Uh-huh. So your mom... Oh, just a little girl wearing the lion mask scared the bejesus out of me for a second. Shouldn't have been talking about deformed children, I suppose. Trapped in the basement.
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Right. I mean, families are weird and stuff, but that is a whole nother level of weird what's going on here. There's an ore, the haphazard building, your mother boarding up all the bedrooms and putting sealant of some sort around the side. Who is the mutton chop dude?
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Oh. Okay, then. Barbara. Which one is Barbara? Barbara died in 1960. Age of 26, unless my math is more horrible than usual. It's got even the date on it. It's like...
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Oh. Sort of a Shirley Temple sort of thing going on here. I guess that's her with the cutout back there with like a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch. Whichever you prefer to call it. Interesting. It's kind of morbid. Though I guess it's been made into a memorial. It's weird, though, sealing up the rooms. Painting the door. Dragonflies. Nice little wine cupboard there. Ooh, an attic? Is that what this is?
Mom must have locked the third-floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay. Why did you leave? What caused you to leave, and in such a hurry that everything was left just lying out? It's a good thing that there was no food in those containers down there. Or that would be very nasty unless just animals or insects or whatever got into them and ate all the food so that there's no smell. Of course, I guess it could just be too long. Sven Hofstad Finch. So there's his birth date, 1915 to 1964. And then Edie, of course, we know. So Sven was her husband?
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Sounds like a good memory. Well, her husband certainly died well before she did. He was a lot younger than her, too. Or no, he was older than her. Yeah, by 2 years. Gregory, 1 year. A room all to their own for a 1-year-old.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
This is just a door to a bathroom. Why does it have a 1-year-old's name on it and it's sealed? You need to get access to your bathroom, even if you're sealing off bedrooms. Calvin died or disappeared at 11.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Dog going crazy outside. Hopefully that doesn't come through on the recording, or if it does, it's not too awfully bad. Oh, it's a room that's not sealed off. Well, let's look at this last door first. Hi, you just stay in that portrait, please. Molly, 37 to 47, 10 years
Molly
old.
always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
I just can't get it. Why are so many people in your family dying or disappearing at such young ages?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Well, where were your rooms, yours and your mom's? Because all these rooms up here are sealed. Were you up on the 3rd floor? Did you just sleep down there? It's interesting murals on the walls. Guess your grandmother painted these, or maybe artistic talent runs in your family? Sharks? That looks like a whale shark, color-wise.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Maybe you should have. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Jules Verne. Why is the book locked?
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Right.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
I'm not sure I want to. So I guess we're into it now. Is that blood on the wall?
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Oh. So you were the only one of your siblings who was unaware of these things. No, she's wearing those gloves on both of her hands. Arms.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Right. Guess we're reading her diary as we play the game.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Oh, is this Molly's room? Are we...
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Uh-huh. Well, we got a save there. So we've accomplished something. Yeah, somebody's got some artistic talent. I know you said your grandmother was painting you. Is that a whistle?
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Is that... Oh, it's masks. Looked kind of ominous at first. What's this? That like an ensuite bathroom or whatever?
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Well, I mean, you kind of did. We stepped through a painted mural, and now here we are, and there's a squiddy sort of stuffed animal. Molly. Hello.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Yeah, okay. Well then. Not an old-fashioned lunchbox there. Guess that's suitable for the 40s. Orca's Island Caves, rather.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here.
Oh, sitting in this chair. So was that her daughter? So this was your aunt?
Before my mom sealed the doors.
She's certainly got her name emblazoned just everywhere, doesn't she? Of course, I suppose as a 10-year-old, she wasn't the one who made that decision. Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Is this the story of how she died? How was she able to write it down? Did something happen that she had time to write down what happened? So we're going to eat the gerbil food.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Well, I'm glad. Maybe don't eat the pellets. The carrot's fine, right?
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
But she's hungry. Starving a child is not suitable punishment, I'm sorry. That is cruel. Bathroom, I want to look. Oh, you got a fish. Hello, fishy. I thought about... Oh, we're not going to eat the
I thought about
fish.
eating Christopher, but I held back.
Oh, good, because he is very entertaining and dispersing the text, as a good fish should. Molly? No, there's... Your name's everywhere, isn't it? Is this getting darker? Or is it just because I walked into the light? Is the game kind of making it like our eyes are adjusting? It is a bathroom. Alright. Oh, we're gonna eat toothpaste. That's... holly? Guess it could be mistletoe. I'm just not familiar enough with the leaves. Those are poison, aren't they? Let's not kill the little girl.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh, God. Ugh. You really were hungry to eat toothpaste. There is no doubt about that. We can look down and see you, too. I've got a feeling it's going to make me do this to advance. She get poisoned and then...
I ate a lot of things that night.
That's probably what did it.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Uh-huh. It's a bird.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Hello.
I reached out for her.
Right. Are we following the
And
bird?
suddenly,
What?
I was a cat.
Uh-huh. Sure. We're chasing the bird. So this... Did she make... Is this just her imagination? Is she a
I
good...
tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Is she a good storyteller? Or is this, in actuality, what happened? We know she came back and wrote it down in her diary, so she doesn't die as the cat. Unless she did it as a spirit. Which, for someone turning into a cat, you know, I guess you don't put anything past them at that point. Oh, almost got it. Guess we're hunting the bird because we're hungry. Well, if anyone had ever wanted to be a cat, this is the game to be a cat. Where'd you go? We supposed to catch you? Come here. I gotcha. You are not going to win, bird.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Oh, we're going to get her. We are definitely going to get her. Oh, can we not get up there? Up on the stool? Oh, we jumped over the stool.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Uh-huh. And yet is staying easily out of our reach. Or, you know,
Now
somewhat.
I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Hey, what is that out there? Is that a ship on the water and a statue? This is a weird
I gobbled
place.
her up.
Oh,